This is 1 cup chana dal, 1/3 cup urad dal, the white urad dal, and same amount 1/3 cup of poha. Now urad dal and chana dal have been soaked for 6 to 7, actually 7 hours. Poha we just soaked, like half an hour also is good enough. Now I've removed the water, kept little water, and I'm going to grind it into a coarse paste. Yeah, I'll show you after I do that. Need to make a masala, dry masala for this locho. So for that you will need 1 teaspoon of everything. 1 teaspoon chaat masala, 1 teaspoon red chili powder. You can take Kashmiri, I'm taking spicy. 1 teaspoon black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon roasted cumin powder, and 1 teaspoon of black salt and 1 teaspoon of normal salt. Just mix everything together in a container and keep it ready for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to take 1 teaspoon. I have a teaspoon measurement here, and I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of all these powders, put it in this container and then shake it up. We are making green chutney here. We already made some, but we forgot to record, so now we are recording. So we have coriander leaves here, 1 bunch. Okay. Then I have some green chilies, 4 to 5. I have salt, sugar, 1 to 2 teaspoon. Sugar should be a little more because that's how Gujarati chutneys are, slightly sweet and spicy. Lime juice, ginger, this much ginger, and this is a very important ingredient. This is gathia. Whenever I make these Gujarati chutney for khaman or dhokla or like the lilwa kachori, whatever Gujarati chutney you make, Gujarati dishes you make, if you want to make this chutney on the side, always add this gathia. So that's it. Now we'll grind it with minimum amount of water, not too much water, and then taste it and then adjust. This might need lime juice also. Now, as you can see, I've added all these dry masalas. Time to close the lid and shake it up. So our dry masala powder is ready and our green chutney is ready. Tomorrow we'll chop 1 onion fine, and then all our other key ingredients of this are ready. I think I will add a little bit of red chili powder for color if you all want. That will give a nice red color to this. Okay, so yeah, now it's time to grind this into a coarse paste. This is how coarse it has to be. Can you see on my hand also the grains? That's how coarse. Now minimum addition of water, that's what I said, right? Now I have to add 2 tablespoons of yogurt. So we'll add this 2 tablespoons of yogurt in this, and we'll give it a nice mix. Then we will keep it covered overnight. Okay, so now mix it well and keep it overnight, and then I will see you tomorrow for the leftover or the remaining procedure. So now I've mixed it well. I will cover this and keep it for another either 6 to 8 hours or overnight. We'll keep it overnight to ferment. So now it's been fermenting overnight, and now let's start the next procedure, which will be we have to add few things in it. I'll show you what now. Okay, so now this batter here is ready. Like I showed you, fermented. We have ginger paste of 1 inch ginger, and we have chili paste. How many chilies are these? 3 chilies. We will also need some turmeric. We'll need some hing. We will need some Eno salt. If you don't have plain Eno salt, you can even add baking powder or baking soda, sorry. You need 2 tins, whichever tins you're going to take for the batter. Oil them very well, and you will need a steamer. So the steamer here is ready. You have to start it when you're mixing the pastes and all. You start your steamer. So there is water below, must be hot. Yeah, so there's water below, full water. And you also have to keep the tins inside for steaming. So first put your tin inside. Let it get steamed nicely. Okay. And cover it up while your batter is getting ready. Once your batter is ready, then you pour it in the hot tins. Okay, so now I'll hand it over to Maravik and she will record me mixing things. Here I'm adding turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon. My thing is like half teaspoon measurement. Then we'll add some hing, slight pinch of hing. And this is, let me tell you, a very healthy breakfast, as long as you don't take the save on it. But if you take the same also, it's okay, little fried. But really speaking, it's a very healthy Indian breakfast. Though it's a street food, I'm surprised that it's so healthy. Now you need to add. You already added salt yesterday in the batter, right, Maribek?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna taste it little bit for salt, little bit. Has, and it's nice and sour because of the yogurt, I believe. Then we'll add some water in this. Now you need to see it's so thick. You need to add little water to make it dosa batter consistency. Also add some oil. This is peanut oil. Maybe 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons peanut oil. So just that it doesn't stick to the tin. The tin also has oil, remember that. Okay. So now you see, still a little thick. We need dosa pouring consistency. Maybe a little bit. Yes. Yeah, no? This is how dosa consistency is. And then people add food color to make it yellow. We don't need to add food color to this because we are eating it at home. You think this is good enough, Maribek, or I think little drop of water? Little more?
Yes, ma'am.
Little more water. Fell from somewhere else. Anyways. Lacy, right? So, maybe half cup of water I've added to this. So, locho, basically what happened was, there was this street side dhokla seller, and one day his batter didn't, his dhokla didn't rise up, or his dhokla didn't set. Actually, set is the right word, and it became thin. So locho means mistake. So he said, "Oh no, locho the gayo," meaning there was a mistake. The dhokla didn't set. But what he did was smartly, he served that same thin batter to people with some addition of chutney and all of that, dhokla chutney and all, and it was an instant hit. People loved it. So then after that they started selling this locho as a cuisine. So here we go. It's my first time also. I've never made locho in my life. I've never tried locho in my life. I saw it in a food vlog and I thought I should make it because it looked really nice. So yeah, I think this is good consistency. Yeah, and then now we need to add ENO powder to this. Yeah. So let's add ENO powder. One teaspoon of ENO should be good. Oh, wait, I saw some plastic in this. Just give me 1 second. Okay, gone. Now let's add some 1 teaspoon. It's too much, okay? 1 teaspoon. I think 1 chutki they say, like 1 pinch, but we'll put half a teaspoon of ENO powder to this. Okay, add it. Mix it well. This ENO powder has no flavor, huh? It's plain. If you don't have plain, then please go ahead and add baking soda. Nice. Mix it well. And now our steamer has been heating there. Yeah. So the steamer is hot but not very hot. Let's pour this locho batter in it. It's nice and greased, as you know. Okay. Enough in one. Take the other one, pour your other batter in it. If it's extra, no worries, make extra, give it to your neighbors around you or your friends. So here you go. Thanks. Yeah. Now we will cover this and let it rise for let it steam for 30 to 40 minutes. So put your timer on for 40 minutes.
See, the steam has started to rise and it's only 16 minutes. So my container is not fitting snugly tight, but it should. But anyways, it will still steam.
I just kept it for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to open and see how it looks, and if I need to put it for more 30 minutes. Ooh, it looks nice and set. Let's see. Yeah, it looks set, but it's still sticking to the hand from top. So I think I will keep it closed and switch it on for another 2 minutes because that is the right time. So it should not stick to the hand. Okay, another 2 minutes. So it's done, and even after that you have to rest it for 5 minutes, but I'm just checking if my toothpick is coming out clear, and it is, which means it's cooked from inside. And if this is cooked, this is 100% cooked. Let's leave it out for 5 minutes. It's been 3 minutes now, 2 minutes something. So yeah, we'll leave it. This is done, 5 minutes up, and here we have prepared few things: green chutney, this masala powder that I showed you all yesterday, onions, and aloo bhujia safe, and some peanut oil. How you're going to eat it, let me show you how it's done. Ane, can you hold the camera and help me? He's here, little upset. His phone has been taken away from him. So now this is the locho, nice locho consistency. You put it as much as you want. It's not stuck to the plate because we put oil, remember. Now you bring it here, Ane. Let's give it to daddy, okay? So we'll put chutney in this on the side. Whoever wants can add it. This is groundnut oil. Add it little on top. Okay. Then you add your masala that we made. Little bit of as much as you like it. Okay, it's spicy, don't forget. Then you add onions on top or on the side if you don't want to have it on the top. Then you add some save, bhujia, that is if you want to have bhujia or if you just want to have plain save, whatever you want to have. We like bhujia. So yeah. And then some coriander. And it's done. And you can enjoy it. Hot piping surti locho. And tell me how it was. Come on.
इन्हें में कोई लोचो छे नहीं लोचो तो नहीं छे श्योर
Locho che.
Locho che?
Mistake. Yes, it's a mistake.
It tastes like dhokla chaat.
Yes, you're right. It's a dhokla mistake.
Nice.
So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this surti locho recipe, which I also tried for the first time. I hope you liked it and you're going to try it. Thank you for watching this Kitchen and Garden. Bye.